I'm here at Williams. Ash, first off, something. I don't know what's going on over there.
Oh, someone's got someone, but.
So first off, talk me through the match. What are your feelings? Solid performance.
Yeah, I thought it just obviously it's coming back from ADCC. I'm trying to get like a few fun matches, kind of like matches that don't elevate or diminish my career really. You know, just trying to get matches so I get mat time, so I can practice stuff that maybe I want to implement in my game going forward. Obviously, you can't practice like new jiu-jitsu against the best in the world every time you get to fight them. So sometimes it's nice to take a match where obviously I feel like I'm not really going to be in the most amount of danger. Like the guys are good enough that if I make mistakes they're going to punish me and it could be a bad day in the office. But I do like to try to progress my jiu-jitsu. You know, from tournament to tournament I look at where I was lacking and where I could improve. And obviously tonight I did have a game plan. I wanted a particular submission, if truth be told, but I've only visually seen the submission. I've never practiced it, like in rolling. I've never hit it in rolling.
What submission?
Z-lock. I was trying to go for the Z-lock. Basically, it was either Z-lock or I wanted a dash. But I put so much effort into the Z-lock, my arms got a bit tired. Then when I started changing the dash, I was already quite tired. So yeah, and then when I wanted the actual finish, I felt like Shawnee was outputting less, and often in no-gi, I think like when you want to not be finished, it becomes available. So yeah, it was what I was expecting. You know, like I think a lot of guys in the UK would rather go the time with me rather than try to beat me, and sometimes it makes it difficult to get the finish. But I did enjoy it. You know? Like I enjoy mat time. I enjoy the duration of matches. Like often, I see all the time. I see guys go out and they'll panic and they'll sub the guy in 2 minutes and they get really excited and really happy. And it's a great win, but to be able to replicate that jiu-jitsu, you never know if they'll be able to do it. But if you have more mat time and you can think about what you're doing, then you could replicate that against a harder opponent. And for me, that's what I'm after. I'm after like experience, building my game and developing the parts of my game that aren't as good, so that eventually I will be able to catch the top tier guys with the things I'm practicing.
So speaking of that, what's next for you? Have you got anything in the pipeline? Yeah,
I'm gonna go do. I'm actually gonna go back on the IBJJF circuit for a little bit. Do the European no-gi, do the World no-gi. Next year I might shift my focus a little bit to AJP. I want to take as many super fights as I can, but one of the things I'm missing sometimes when I'm taking these matches on shows is the Americans are exposed to high-level guys week in, week out, and I think that's one thing. Like when I went to ADCC, was my downfall is that like I'd had a lot of matches this year, but they weren't necessarily the guys who were competing day in, day out, you know. So I want to try and get back into like Worlds, Pans, Euros, and really try to get like 3-4 matches in a day against really good guys. I think that might be the experience I need to change the result of the next ADCC.
Awesome. Thanks very much for your time.
No worries.